Like and subscribe now, or you're gonna have bad luck this week.
When we hear the word Disney, our minds automatically go to the enchanted worlds filled with amazing rides and beautiful landscapes. However, few people know that Disney has a whole other side that's a lot less colorful and a lot creepier. There are lots of hidden secrets tucked into the four parks, and die-hard Disney fans know a lot of them. Maybe you're the one who's spouting about hidden Mickeys and Imagineer touches, but we've got a few facts that even Disneyworld locals might not know. Number 10. Secret network of tunnels. We are made to believe that Disney World is perfection, which is why you would never see certain things. It's impossible to see an employee take a nap on duty or refuel by taking a glass of water. We are made to believe that these employees are superhumans committed to making us comfortable and excited. Beneath Disney World in Florida is a system of interconnected tunnels. This tunnel exists so that employees do not ruin the magic in the park. For instance, these guys need to take out the trash, but guests dare not see them. These tunnels span over 9 acres, and employees use a vehicle to traverse these vast land masses. We understand that some of their activities are sacrosanct, but why is it shrouded in secrecy? We guess they don't want guests to agree that the oversized mouse is only an actress and not a superhuman. If that is the case, she needs to take a glass of water intermittently to stay hydrated. How does she do that? She has to go underground. Number 9. The boats don't float. Surely no one over the age of, say, 12 thinks that actual magic happens at Disney World. We adults at least understand that it's all just an elaborate illusion, but it might surprise you to hear about some of the tricks Disney has to pull to maintain the fantasy. Disney World features a number of boat rides, and you probably won't be especially shocked to hear that the boats aren't actually boats. They're on tracks, just like all of the other rides. So, how does Disney pull off this particular illusion? With dye. The Liberty Belle is a paddle wheel steamship that runs on a river around Tom Sawyer's Island. But according to World of Mouse, it needs no captain because it never leaves the track that's hidden just under the surface of the water. To maintain the illusion, the water in the river is dyed green and brown so guests can't see the track. In fact, the boat needs just 18 inches of water depth as it proceeds along the track. It's a pretty convincing illusion though, right? Number 8. They constantly pump scents through the park. When you walk down Main Street and smell freshly baked cookies or catch the scent of seawater by Pirates of the Caribbean, it's not your imagination. According to Walt Disney World, for grown-ups, Main Street USA uses smellitizers to pipe in the smells of cookies and candies. So you'll maybe think to yourself, you know what would be great right now? Cookies, or maybe candy. In other words, the smells are designed to entice you and make you part with your money. Because it's not enough that you spend an entire month's salary taking your kids there for 3 days, and that's without factoring in food and snacks. Happiest place on earth? It's not just limited to the parks either. The resort hotel lobbies are also pumped full of scents to bring you back home. Number 7. Cats ruling Disney. If you come across a cat in Disneyland, don't be deceived. It's not what you're thinking. It's not Minnie's beloved cat, Figaro. Walt Disney decided to construct a walk-through attraction inside the Sleeping Beauty castle when he and his fellow creatives discovered that the place was ridden with flea-infested cats. They decided they'll adopt them to Disney cast members, but they realized this animal would also do a good job controlling rodents on a second thought. They keep the park in check, especially at night when rodents go on a rampage. In the portrayal of Disneyland, no one would tell you about the usefulness of the cats. If you are eager to see them, stay around the park late at night and you'll see them having a free day. They retire to their homes during the day when guests start thronging in. There are about 200 cats in the park today. Don't get too surprised when you come across these feral creatures. Number 6. Joffrey's Donuts. Have you ever found yourself drooling at the case of donuts at Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Kiosk or the location in Disney Springs? We don't blame you. We have a secret that is not only little known for locals, but is very important info. Those donuts actually come from a local bakery called Donut King. You can find locations in Mineola, Winter Park, and Leesburg. Yep, Jeffrey's Donuts without ever stepping foot in Disney World. Number 5. There are dead people in Disneyland. That's right. Well, not that kind of dead people you're thinking of, but at any given time at Disneyland, you can assume that around the Haunted Mansion attraction, there are scatterings of human ashes. This is because it's the wish of so many people to have their final resting place in the happiest place on Earth, and in the Haunted Mansion with the other supposed spirits. Of course, these ashes are vacuumed up at night, but if you're there in the afternoon, what if you step in a pile of human ash? Ugh, gross. There are camouflage security guards whose job it is to look for people scattering what looks like dust, so you can imagine how frequently this happens. And there is also the other kind of dead people in the park, as the human skull sitting in the treasure room bed on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride is real. Number 4. An abandoned island. When you think of Disney World, you probably think of things being kept up really nice, maintained well, cleaned constantly, sometimes repainted, and just generally kept in good working order. But not everything at Disney World has been kept in tip-top shape. There's actually an entire former Disney experience just sitting in the middle of a body of water at Disney World, totally abandoned. It's called Discovery Island. The island used to be home to a special Disney experience that allowed guests to view tropical birds and all kinds of wildlife, including deer, alligators, and more. There was a walk-through aviary, bird shows, and other activities for guests to enjoy. Number 3. Walt Disney World is its own city. You may think that Walt Disney World is in Orlando, but the resort actually has its own small government, the Reedy Creek Improvement District. After a slew of businesses sprung up around Disneyland when that park opened, Walt Disney wanted to avoid a similar problem with his second American park. So he petitioned the Florida government to have control over the land surrounding what is now Walt Disney World. The area has only a few dozen residents, all Disney employees, and Disney contracts fire, law, and traffic protection for its city. Number 2. Arrested for crimes. If you realize your children's teacher sexually or emotionally abused them, what do? You take legal actions against them, right? If possible, the whole school goes down too. Disney is all out to protect the image of the company they've worked so hard to protect. You don't see press releases detailing how employees abuse children or commit crimes because the company wants us to believe in their employees' altruistic qualities. Despite the rigorous interview process, this company is unfortunate to record several bad apples. Between 2006 and 2014, about 35 employees were charged with numerous crimes. These are not the kind of people you want to entrust your child to. Well, it is fair to absolve Disney of some of the shortcomings of their employees because humans are unpredictable. While this company is committed to creating fun for children, you still have people sabotaging these efforts. Do you think Disney should come out clean on some of these arrests so that parents can be more careful with their children? Let us know. Number 1. People have died there. You sometimes hear about people dying on fairground rides or in freak horse-drawn carriage accidents, but at Disney World? No. If people died in Disney World, they couldn't call it the happiest place on earth anymore, now could they? Well, as it turns out, accidents statistics don't appear to have any bearing on whether a company gets to maintain its stupid slogans. People have indeed died at Disney World, and sometimes in horrible, horrible ways. We're not going to linger on the 2-year-old who an alligator killed at Disney World because that's just too awful to contemplate. According to MIC, several other guest fatalities include a 9-year-old who was killed by a shuttle bus and a man who was killed when he was struck by a derailed train car on the Big Thunder Railroad. Employees have died too. In 2004, a man dressed as Pluto was killed by a float, and in 1974, an 18-year-old employee was killed by a moving wall of a rotating stage. Happy? For the vast majority of guests, yes. Except, of course, the parents whose kids are having a meltdown because they ate too much junk food and Mickey Mouse is super scary in real life. But even so, it's wise to be aware of your surroundings because there's no such thing as a 100% safe travel destination, no matter how happy it claims to be. Which one of these secrets shocked you the most, and which one did you know about? Let us know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.